Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to be trying to beat Jackal on the NES. And only recently started playing this game. It didn't take long, just a handful of plays, getting in a game every other day for about a week, and that's all we needed. I was able to beat it last night. Got a pretty good score too, 340,000 points. And my opinion on this game has not changed. I still think it is a very good game, but I also think it belongs in the mediocre games tier, not the upper tier of all-time classics. My reasoning for that is because you have to have the screen, you have to be about 3/4 of the way over just to get the screen to scroll. I think that's kind of a shame. But I do really like this game. It's been a lot of fun playing this game over the last few days. And there are a couple of truisms about this game. When it comes to playing retro games and trying to get good enough to beat them, there's a couple of strategies that always seem to come into play with a lot of games. One is you have to basically master the first few levels. And you basically want to get to the last level or the last boss with lives to spare. So I found that to be true, certainly with Jackal. And also, contrary-wise, this isn't a difficult game. There's 6 missions, and the first 5 of them, pretty easy. It's only the last mission that can, the difficulty really ramps up. Kind of like when I played Ghostbusters 2. Every level was, an acceptable level of difficulty, a little on the easy side, and then get to that last level and the difficulty just ramps up like 95%. Alright, so we're going to try not to die on the first 2 levels. Basically, I feel like I have a shot at beating the game without using a continue if I can make it to the last level with maybe 3 or 4 lives. I'd like to make it with more than 4 lives. That would be a pretty strong indicator that I'm having a really good game. But so far, I've been really enjoying playing the mid-level NES games, and we've done Ghostbusters 2, we've done Double Dragon 2 is not a mid-tier game, but beating that was a lot of fun. I'm already starting to look at other mid-tier games I want to do on the channel, games like Bad Dudes, or rather games that I want to beat on the channel. Games like Bad Dudes, Guerrilla War. Alright, able to beat the first level without losing a life. That's usually a indicator that I'm having a strong start. There are a couple tricks that we're going to do on the last mission. To try and make it easier. One is we're not going to bother dropping off any of our POWs that we're rescuing. The spot where the helipad is, where you drop them off, is way too dangerous. And the other is there is a missile upgrade late in the last level we're going to want. I think I will be doing Karate Kid on the channel next, beating it. I'm going to work on that. Another mid-level game. And after that, one I would like to get good at and beat is Mecha Kids. I know I played it on the channel a little bit already. Didn't really, go all out into it. So that one might be kind of fun. Kung Fu, there's another one that I'd like to get into soon. And you'll have to pardon me if I'm a little subdued. I had a rough day at work today. Don't even really know what to attribute it to. Felt like everyone was trying to pick a fight. That's another thing about this game. You have to know, you have to learn what's coming, be prepared for it. Alright, we made it through the first couple levels, haven't lost any lives. So I think we're off to a good start. Might lose a life or two on this one. There's a couple tricky parts. Alright, here's one of the first tough parts. Your timing has to be perfect on this first laser, but also we're going to hang here and let some of the enemies come to us. If you rush this part, there's usually enemies waiting right off screen for you. Alright. Yep, there's always someone waiting just off screen trying to snipe you the minute you stop or get comfortable. We are just about at the stage 3 boss. Not a difficult one. Ooh, very close. Hate dying on this boss. Alright, so now we go to stage 4. And on this section of the level, it helps to know where the 2 missile launching... There's 2, like, whirlpools that launch missiles. There's one of them. There's the other. Alright, coming up near 200,000 points. It also helps to know which paths are the least dangerous. Because there are differing routes, and this is one of them where we're going to take right path instead of the left. I believe there's a truck here, yep. That is one of the most dangerous parts of the game right there. Okay, here we have another tricky part. Because there's another one of those trucks coming up. There we go. Yeah, no Cinemassacre talk this time. I guess I've said all that I feel the need to say about it, so... You know, can't imagine I left anything out. I've been talking about it so much. Alright, this boss, not too tough. Would like not to lose a life on it. Basically, the strategy is just be content with popping off one missile. Alright, not a difficult boss battle. Okay, so now's where things get tricky. We need to lose as few lives as possible on these next two levels. This one, there's a tank in there. Gotta know it's waiting for you. It's the only one like that. Now for me, the most annoying enemies are the white planes that take pot shots at you. This part a lot harder if you have the grenades, but so far we're doing pretty good about keeping our missile upgrades. And if I'm making this game look easier than it is, I apologize. Okay, here I think we have a bunch of turrets. Yeah, so you want to back up, anticipate where they are, and pop off your shot. And I missed. Yeah, I wasn't able to do it. What a terrible way to lose your missile upgrade. The good news is, if you're good at this game, you've probably gotten good at using the grenade. Give it one last shot. Ooh, just made it. Alright, and we got a missile upgrade. Okay, so we are closing in on my high score. I'm very happy to see that. Alright, now I've stated before that I know points in a game like this really aren't, you know, keeping track of your high score. It's not that big a deal, but as I get older, I enjoy keeping track of my high score. I'm always interested in seeing, you know, it's a fun way to keep track of, if, you know, even if you've mastered a game, have I gotten any better at it? Okay, we should coming up on the, there we go. Alright. So, we may have a shot of beating this game on one continue. I'd be very happy to see that. Oh, and I wasted a life right there. What a shame. That's okay, because the grenade's surprisingly useful in this level. Unfortunately, picking up the POWs, not that important in this level. I'm not going to be dropping them off, because I don't find them, the spot where you drop them off, like I've said, it's too risky. And I would like to earn one more extra life. Not sure if there's going to be a... if I'm going to be able to do that. We're going to try. Maybe take out a couple of extra enemies. But this is the last mission. This one is pretty tough. Okay, so here's where you drop them off, and we're not going to be doing that. Instead, we are just going to make a beeline for it. Because if you linger in that area, that white plane comes by and or shoots pot shots you every few seconds. Okay, I'm sure this area of the game has a nickname from fanatics. If it doesn't, it should. I would call it Suicide Alley. There's one more like this later on a conveyor belt. Alright, this is one of the most important sections of the game right here. So take him out first, and his buddies are going to join. And we want to get that and get out. I think we did earn an extra life. Alright, now, this part, just as important here, we need to keep, pardon me, I hit the mic, but we need to keep that missile upgrade as long as we can. Here is where we cannot afford to lose it. And that missile hatch is very briefly open, just a fraction of a second. You really gotta be lucky or have incredible timing. And there's one more. Okay. Coming up on the boss battle. And if you don't have that missile upgrade, this part is pretty tough. no need to take any unnecessary risks. We're just gonna kind of go back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so we are at the final boss. We've got our missile upgrade. Before we trigger the boss, we'll go ahead and eliminate. Alright, key here. Take out those laser turrets as quickly as possible. Alright, laser turrets are down. Just gotta watch R6 while we take out the embassy. And this is gonna give us about 7 lives to take out the final form. Alright, so we are going to eclipse 400,000 points. Very nice. Alright, and this is kind of a unpleasant boss battle. We are going to be rocking the D-pad pretty hard. Off to a rough start. I need to do better than this. Alright, I might finally be in rhythm. Okay, almost there. Alright, so we finished with 1 life. We did burn through a ton of lives on the final boss. I guess it was a suicide mission. I got blown up. But the game is going to credit me with having beaten it. I think I had 1 life left. So we did beat it on 1 continue. How about that? Took a bit longer than I would have liked. Like a little over 45 minutes. It's a fun game. I really like it. Could have done better on the final boss, but that's okay. We did well enough on the rest of the game that we could be a bit more liberal with our lives. I guess it's kind of similar to my Ghostbusters 2 run, where I did great up until the very last section, and then I got pounded. We limped across the finish line. So, all in all, Jackal I consider to be... It's a good... I always forget to mention the price point. I think a copy of Jackal will cost you maybe $15, roughly used. So, I consider it an acceptable purchase. Alright, so, thanks for watching me cross another one off the list. We're going to try and get Karate Kid next. So, stay tuned.